This presentation is for educational purposes only, and the opinions expressed are those of the presenter. All trades presented are not traded in a live account and should be considered hypothetical. Hello everybody and welcome to Hawkeye FX with your host Marcus Toombs on the 26th of October 2017. Now if like me today you've been away from your computer and want to quickly catch up with what's happened in the Forex markets, then the Hawkeye Tomahawk system is really excellent for that. So what I thought I'd do in this video is just show you how I do that and how you can replicate it yourself. So what I do is I simply go to the 60-minute Fat Man here, and this gives me a nice readout of what's happened in the last day or so. You can see here the vertical line is the beginning of today. So I'm going to read this through for you and we can catch up in this market very, very quickly. The first thing to note is the euro has come from totally overbought territory down to extremely low oversold territory here through the day. So this euro must have weakened all the way through the day. And we know because of the interest rate decision here. And then we go to the charts on the 15-minute charts I would like to look at. And you can see here there's no green dots on any of these charts. The euro has weakened against all 6 currency pairs. And that is very, very visually clear and easy to see. So the next thing I noticed here is the US dollar. It's come from the oversold territory here on a shoulder pattern here. And then it's strengthened all day to the oversold territory right up here. So we know the US dollar's had a very good day in the markets. Now if we look at those on the 15-minute charts here, all cyan dots, we can see the US dollar made significant gains against all of its currency pairs. Incidentally, the indents here are 10 pips apart on my chart, so I also get to see very visually and very quickly what sort of pip movement this has been. So the next thing to note is that the pound has also come from oversold territory down here through the day. So it was already weakening through yesterday and it continued to weaken today, just rebounding and finding a little bit strength towards the end of the day. If we look at the pound pairs, we can see there's no orange dots here apart from against the euro. Obviously it's strengthened against the euro, which was our weakest currency of the day. And you can see here weakened against all the other currencies and latterly just coming into a little bit of strength against the Aussie here. If we look at the next one here, you can see that the Canadian dollar coming from the oversold territory right up here and strengthened through the day. Although this line is not as vertical as you can see against the blue sign of the US dollar line. So this was certainly more gradual against most of our currency pairs. If we look at the CAD pairs here, you can certainly see there's some yellow dots here and the CAD has been strengthening. But we can see that the pip distance is not so great for these CAD pairs, apart from obviously the euro, which it strengthened significantly against and weakened against the US dollar. The other thing to notice here on the Aussie pair, you can see this is already very high up in the chart. So the Aussie is already strengthened, been strong, and you can see this is strengthened through the morning but then weakened in the latter part of the day. We have a quick look at the Aussie charts here, you can see that's the case. So we have red dots here on each of the charts for the morning session, and you can see the Aussie strengthened against all of our currency pairs, and then latterly in the day it weakened and we get the opposite color from red on all of our charts here, except of course against the euro, which it continued to or went horizontal at the end of the play there. And then New Zealand dollar here, this as you can see was quite high in the charts and just went horizontal all day here and maintained its strength against the currency pairs. So if we have a quick look at those charts here, you can see obviously we weakened against the US dollar and strengthened against the euro here. But these other currency pairs, we weakened slightly against the Canadian and the yen here, but not significant pip difference. So we can see that we maintained a level of strength and certainly quite horizontal against the pound here and strengthening laterally against the Aussie. And then finally the Japanese yen, as you can see here, started the day we weakened and then we strengthened towards the end of the day. Okay, I hope this is a good example of how we can use the Hawkeye Tomahawk system to very quickly catch up in what's happened in the market to keep us well informed and so that we can make our trading decisions going forward. As usual, I hope this helps and I wish you all the best for your trading this week.